The Holy Quran teaches us in Surah Ayat 9 and 36, or chapter 9 and verse 36, the following in immunity. Surely the number of months with Allah is 12 months by Allah's ordinance, since the day when He created the heavens and the earth. Of these 4 are sacred. That is the right religion. So wrong not yourselves therein, and fight the polytheists altogether as they fight you altogether, and to know that Allah is with those who keep their duty. So here in chapter 9, verse 36 of the Holy Quran, we find that since the beginning, 76 trillion years ago, we always had the mathematics of 12. And we always had it divided to 4 sacred, meaning we always had the seasons. The mathematics of our solar system has always been with us. And the 12 major scientists and the 12 minor scientists total 24, 12 and 12. Now, let's turn to the Bible and the book of Revelations, chapter 4, verse number 4. It reads in the meaning. And round about the throne were 24 seats. And upon the seats I saw 24 elders. Now there's 24 thrones with 24 elders on those 24 thrones. And round about the throne were 24 seats, and upon the seats I saw 24 elders sitting, clothed in white raiment, and they had on their heads crowns of gold. And out of the throne proceeded lightnings and thunderings and voices, and there were 7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which are the 7 spirits of God. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that Master Fard Muhammad revealed that the black man's mind has 7 dimensions: the physical, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual, the soul, the self, and the will. We go from the physical plane to the actual will of God, or what we call in ancient Kemet or Egypt, our lower self and our higher self. We have 24 or 24 elders that ushers this, that governs this. These 24 scientists, the messenger teaches us, write history in advance. They don't write the history after something happened. They're able to write the history in advance. They saw Yaqub before Yaqub saw Yaqub. Before he saw himself in the mirror, they wrote that his history would come into fruition. Okay? So these 24 scientists, 12 major and 12 minor, 12 of them know the reality of God, but all 24 of them serve the black nation, and they work in conjunction to uplift the nation. Let us turn our attention to Message to the Black Man about these 24 scientists. I would like 1965, page 108, A Message to the Black Man. The messenger says, and I quote, "We make such history once every 25,000 years. When such history is written, it is done by 24 of our scientists. One acts as judge or God for the others, and 23 actually do the work of getting up the future of the nation. And all is put into one book, and at intervals where such and such part or portion will come to pass, the people will be given that part of the book through one among that people from one of the 12 major scientists, as it is then called a scripture, which actually means script or writing from something original or book. There's a significance to the number 24 scientists and the 25,000 years. The number 24 scientists used is in accordance with the hours in our day and a measurement of the circumference of the planet around the equator and in the region of our poles, Arctic and Antarctic oceans. Our planet is not exactly 25,000 miles in circumference. It is 24,896. And we, according to astronomy, don't have a full 24-hour day, but near that. 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 46 seconds. The change made in our planet's rotation at the poles is about 1 minute a year and takes 25,000 years to bring about a complete change in the region of the poles. The actual poles are inclines, 23.5 degrees to the plane of its orbit. The original black nation used 23 scientists to write the future of that nation for the next 25,000 years. And the 24th is the judge of the one God, Allah. Allah taught me that once upon a time, they made history to last for 35,000 years. Let me stop here and say this. My people must know the truth, the God's truth. The time is at hand. See, this 24,000 year cycle, we used to write it for 35,000 years. Why? Because Islam is mathematics and mathematics is Islam. Think about it. How could we write history in 25,000 year cycles with 24 scientists when the messenger teaches us once upon a time the moon was part of the planet Earth? So if the moon was part of the planet Earth, the Earth at that time, according to Master Muhammad and his first, last, and only messenger, the Earth was 35,000 miles in circumference. You see? At that time, we didn't have 24 scientists. We didn't need them. We knew who we were. But one of the scientists, as we know it in this day and time, was Master Fard Muhammad's father, a pure black man. And he's the one that had Rahman ar-Rahim. He had the beneficence and the love or the mercy of God for the so-called American Negroes. We're not saved by fasting or because we gave charity or we did some divine, holy, righteous stuff. We're saved by grace. We were under the rule of Dr. Yaqub Malik Shabazz's grafted devils for over 6,000 years. But out of the mercy of Allah, he understood that our character can be altered, but our nature can never be changed. God will always be God. The angels will always be the angels. The scientists will always be the scientists. Black will always be black. This is just the natural facts. So let us turn our attention about these 24 scientists to something the messenger says to us again. This time we're going to go to Our Saviors Arrived, page number 12. The messenger says, this date is taken from the beginning of the present cycle of world history writings by 24 black scientists, of which only 23 actually do the writing. And the 24th one acts as judge of the writings of the other 23. This takes place once every 25,000 years. In this history is written everything that will come to pass for the next 25,000 years. The original scriptures of the Bible and Holy Quran were taken from it and revealed by word of mouth and inspiration to prophets. We are now, listen carefully, family, because 98% of the FYs and MGTs get this wrong. Listen carefully. We are now in the 16,000th year of this cycle and have 9,900. Please let me repeat this. Again, I'm saying 98% of every FOI and MGT that you physically talk to them. Look at their lessons. 98% of the lessons that you see are wrong. The angels of Allah don't have it wrong. The angels of Allah come, as the message said, to make sure no mistake is made. Okay? Now, we can show and prove it mathematically. You cannot disprove it mathematically. You can only believe it. But the messenger words are clear. He said, and this is 1974 in the book. He originally said it in 1958. We even know the signs when he said it. All right. They put it from 1958. They wrote it, they edited it, put it inside the book. This is what he says again. Let me read this again. The original scriptures of the Bible and the Holy Quran were taken from it and revealed by word of mouth and inspiration of prophets. We are now in the 16,000th year of this cycle and have 9,956 years to be finished before the next cycle. So the messenger's original, divine, direct teachings are 9,900. Look at your lost found Muslim lesson number 2 from February 20th, 1934. Why don't it have the 900? Why does it says 9,000? Huh? Where's the 900? We have to understand. It's a reality here. Now, I mean, I go into that in the elaboration of the lost lessons, but I want you to know that we use the messenger teachings to interpret themselves. See, I can't interpret it. I can't explain. The messenger explains himself. I mean, so when we look at lost found Muslim lesson number 2, people are like, oh, and they don't even know lost found Muslim lesson number 2. They don't even know 99 actual facts. They don't even know lost found Muslim lesson number 1. But they act like they're experts on it. Who made the Holy Quran a Bible? How long ago? Will you tell us why the Islam knew a history every 25,000 years? Answer. The Holy Quran a Bible is made by the original people who is Allah, the supreme being or black man of Asia. The Holy Quran a Bible is made by the original people who is Allah, family. Who is it? The message is expired in the year 9,980 years from the date of February 20th, 1934. 9,900. What did he say in the book himself? You look at it. 9,900. Where's your 900 at? This is 1958. Even if take the original statement out. Say it's 19. You know I'll say it's right. Your I'll say it's right. I tell you is 19. On Savior's Day, February 26, 1974, he publicly gave it out free. I'll say it's right. He's on films. It's just so much empirical evidence of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaching us about our Savior has arrived. Here is the last messenger in his last book saying, quote, word for word, the messenger of the law is saying, the original scriptures of the Bible and Holy Quran were taken from it and revealed by word of mouth and inspiration of prophets. We are now in the 16,000th year. And this 16th of this cycle, and we have 9,900. 9,900. Remember, I'm telling you, Lost Found Muslim lesson number 2, February 20th, 1934, first term examination assigned with Mr. Elijah Muhammad. Master Muhammad asked the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave the answer. His answer was 9,900 in Lost Found Muslim lesson number 2. In his first term assignment, the messenger said 9,900. That's what he said in the beginning. That's what he said in his first term examination assignment, 9,900. He also said in his last book, I'll say as arrived, quote, page number 12. We are now in the 16,000th year of the cycle and have 9,900. So why is you throwing stones at me like, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. I made it up. I'm a big head scientist. I'm trying to share with you the messenger's message to guide you out of this age of mess. Okay? Now, if you are going to be obstinate and arrogant and ignorant, you're going to remain in error. So your mathematics is off. So your Islam is going to be off. We are now in the 16,000th year of this cycle and have 9,956 years to be finished before the next cycle. But we are only concerned with that which the present time holds for us. A thorough knowledge of the time and changes to be made is the important factor for you and me. The messenger teaches us that the scientists lived on average about 500 years during the past 6,000 years. So we had 24 scientists, 12 major scientists and 12 minor scientists. As we said, a message to the black man in America, and we showed them proving our Savior has arrived, okay? Now, let us take and remember the Holy Quran teaches us, as we showed in Surah 9, Ayat 36, that there were 12 months with Allah. There's 12 constellations known as the astrology. Now, I mean, you know, there's what is it? The Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. There are 12, all right? And ancient Sufism, or ancient Persian, Iranian Islam, as they call it, they were known as the 12 hidden imams, okay? These 12 hidden imams were known as Ali ibn Talib, so you basically understand it. Ibn basically means son. Remember, the message teaches us in Al Sayyid's Rob that the 24 scientists, the 12 major scientists, 12 minor scientists, the 12 major scientists that know God, they pass that knowledge down from son to son to son. In Sufism, they basically teach that there are 12 hidden scientists or imams. I mean, and these 12 leaders or men of faith are known as Ali ibn Talib, Hassan ibn Ali, Hussein ibn Ali. Basically, let me backtrack. We're saying Ali, the son of Talib. Talib means student in Arabic. Now, I mean, so here you had a great son of the student. All right, just keep it simplified. I'm not going to go into the Arabian and all that kind of stuff, but we could go there if we wanted to. All right, so you had Ali ibn Talib. You had Hassan ibn Ali, Hussein ibn Ali, Ali ibn Hussein, Muhammad ibn Ali, the fifth, Muhammad ibn Ali, Jafar ibn Muhammad. We had Musa ibn Jafar. Then we had Ali ibn Musa. Now we had Muhammad, the praiseworthy, Ibn of the great, the son of the great, Muhammad ibn Ali, Ali ibn Muhammad, Hassan ibn Ali, and Hujjat Allah. Now look at the 12th. Look at the supreme one. He's Hujjat Allah ibn, Hujjat Allah, the son of Al-Hassan. All right. So these 12 scientists, the messenger teaches us in his first book, The Supreme Wisdom, volumes 1 and 2, he teaches us that 12 represent the foundation, the 144,000, if you will. Now, I mean, the devil's world, in fact, let me find that, because a lot of people, let me see, where's my outsiders around? A lot of people, let me read something to you. Okay, so this 12 represents the foundation of heaven. All right, and the devil understands this science, and because the devil understands this science, they basically reverse engineer everything that God does. The message puts it like this. Everything that God says thou should not do, the devil says thou shalt do. All right. Master Fard Muhammad is reverse engineering all of Dr. Yakub's works. Okay. Yakub poured the weakest part of us out of us. Master Fard Muhammad is pulling the strongest part of us out of the weakest part of us. Okay. The devil had us thinking that we were in heaven, we were in hell. Master Fard Muhammad is like, no. Peace of mind and contentment, money, good homes, and friendships in all walks of life. America is the place where the great world destruction will take place. That heaven will be built on the ashes of hell right here in the hells of North America. We will spark the actual atmosphere for 390 years, and it'll take 610 years to cool off. During that time, the FOI and MGT are going to make an exodus to the islands, to the far Pacific, to the far east, as you know, all the way to New Zealand. Know what I mean? And they're going to be doing that thing there. Know what I mean? But it's going to eventually come back to that consciousness for them to come back to the wilderness of North America. But when they come back to the wilderness of North America, in our distant future, they will find the fruit will be for food, that the leaves will be their medicine. They will not need medicine in the hereafter or after destruction of the devil's civilization. They will have a civilization that is unlimited. The messenger teaches us that America is the place where the new world will be built. Here, Allah makes all things new. Let me read something to y'all from Al Sayers Arrive real briefly. Pardon me. Let's see. Okay. What I just said, I'm great. I was paraphrasing. I'm great quoted the word for word for you from Messenger Elijah Muhammad himself. This is page 110 of his last book, Our Savior Has Arrived. All right. For those of you that may not have a book, you can get the book. In fact, I'll send it to you for free. Just email me at ministeralif@gmail.com. All right. Chapter 23, page 110. He, Allah, makes all things new. Notice he's not making nothing new. He makes all things new. They just going to come on a different vibration. The law of vibration, we're going to get into that later. He, Master Fard Muhammad, God in person, will create a new heaven and a new earth, a new Islam. Now, I know a lot of people think that it's cool to associate partners with Allah, the black man. But that Sunni, immaterial, mystery of law that y'all talk about and worship, when you separate God from the black man, it's a sin. It's idol worship. It's a golden calf. It's a fake, false God, okay? There is no God outside of the original man, period, according to Messenger Elijah Muhammad, all right? So he, Allah, makes all things new. He, Master Fard Muhammad, God in person, will create a new heaven and a new earth, a new Islam and a new government and people. The new earth referred to is a new people who will change the old. Now remember, a new people who will change the old into such a great future that actually the earth will look like a new earth, and a new earth will be made here in what we call America. Do you know what America means? Amr means heavenly. Rika means port or kingdom. America means the heavenly kingdom. Jehovah's Witnesses got it right. The kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Read your Bible, book of Revelations. You know what I mean? God is going to make all things new. Read Revelation chapter 21. You know what I mean? This New Jerusalem, 12 letters, it's going to have 12 gates and angels at each one of those gates on posts. The foundation of America, what is America's democracy? The very foundation. Their constitution, their first president, their flag, you name it. It was established in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia. There's 12 letters in Philadelphia. There's 12 letters in Pennsylvania. On July 4th, 1930, when the Lord God who came to person Master Muhammad began teaching black people in the wilderness of North America and started setting up temples, he set up temple number 12, known as the Lost Temple number 12 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The messenger considered it temple number 12. Today is known as Muhammad's Mosque number 12. 12 represents foundation. Remember, the 12 imams is the real answer. There's 12 major scientists and 12 minor scientists, okay? Representing 24. There are 12 constellations, or 12 zodiac signs. 12 months to a year. 12, according to the Holy Quran, has always been the number of months with Allah. The messenger says about America being a future heaven. Present hell, future heaven. Think about it. He says, I quote, America is the place where the new earth will actually take place after 1,000 years of the destruction or the fire that is mentioned throughout the Bible and the Holy Quran. In this, the prophecy of the Bible and the Holy Quran agree. America, as it is called, will be void of life after the burning up of the wicked in their world or their way of civilization, so that no one will pattern after them in the new civilization of the hereafter. This is the way of the gods. One God is not allowed to pattern after another God when it comes to universal change. He is to use his own wisdom. The white man brought about a universal change, and so will Master Fard Muhammad, Allah God in person, bring about a new universal civilization as Yaqub. The father of the white race brought about a new universal wicked people and a wicked rule over righteousness. This is what is meant by the old passing away and a new coming into existence. There was a new world of the white race that came into a vacuum in our history. From the 9,000 year to the 15,000 year of our calendar history, a vacuum made in our past 16,000 years of 6,000 years, given to the white race to rule. We are now in the 16,000 year of our calendar history of 25,000 years. The rule of the white race terminates at the 16,000 year, and that year is the beginning of the black nation's rule again. As we ruled before the 9,000 year of Yaqub's making, this is the beginning of what is prophesied. The 7,000 year, meaning the 7,000 year after the rule of 6,000 years by the white race. And in our calendar history, it is the 16,000 year. This is called the 7,000 year by the Christian writers. There's much more on this subject that I would like to teach and write, but space is limited. Only the principles of the present Islam will remain the same. It is the black man of America who is referred to as the lost member or lost sheep of his people. The awakening or rising of the black man in America must come first, because he is the choice of Allah God in the person of Master Fard Muhammad for building a new heaven on earth. The universal awakening of the black man must also take place. He is also blind, deaf, and dumb from the touch of the white civilization. They do not know themselves. They are referred to in a prophecy of the Bible as being a sleeping lion that must be awakened. As in the problem given to us by Master Fard Muhammad, they are referred to as a lion cage that must be let loose. In Isaiah of the Bible, we are referred to as a people who are robbed, spoiled, imprisoned, and a prey. And those who have us a prey will not let us go free. The messenger goes on to say, we must have a new government, a new ruler, and a teacher of that new government, since it is not patterned after the order of the old government or world. As the God of truth, justice, and righteousness, Allah is going to be the ruler or the creator of the new government. Then by no means can he carry any of the old world into his new kingdom of truth, justice, equality, and peace. We must have a new government and a new people to operate the new government. Bible, Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 31. A new heaven and a new earth. Bible, Isaiah chapter 65, verse 17, and chapter 66, verse 22. Here is the mention of a new heavens and a new earth. Some of the scholars take it literally, and some take it spiritually. I say the meaning is both literal and spiritual. After the destruction of the old world by fire and by other means of destruction, there's nothing of the old wicked world that can be salvaged to carry into the new world of righteousness. Note, Bible, Ezekiel, chapter 18, verse 31. I'm going to take and pause there and close out with this reminder. Those who study the messenger's message will be guided through this age of mess. Peace and blessings, family. The struggle continues. Send your questions, comments, suggestions, even criticisms to Brother Minister Alif at gmail.com, and make sure that you like and subscribe, because the devil don't want these raw teachings reaching you. So make sure you subscribe and share these teachings so that we can assist the Supreme Allah God who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad and his first, last, and only messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and the angels of Allah with the mental resurrection of our people. Salam Allah.